Hello. So I'm a little mad right now about what's going on with Sonic X Shadow Generations for the Nintendo Switch 2. Um, so they're porting it to the Switch 2, which is really nice. If you haven't heard, you're gonna have to pay $50 for the same game, and it's just gonna be, spruced up graphics and higher performance, which, that's nice. But so if you already own Sonic X Shadow Generations on Nintendo Switch, you can't use it on Nintendo Switch 2, which is really stupid. And so Sega is charging you $50 for the same game that you bought like 6 months ago or 7 months ago. And yeah, there's really not any difference. And it's not like they're adding, it's not like they're giving you all the pre-order bonuses and the DLC for free. Right now, they haven't done that. The biggest problem with me, with this, in my opinion, the game is not physical. You're basically paying $50 for a physical game. It's really you're just paying $50 really for a plastic case and the artwork, because it uses a code card, not a game card. It's basically just a way for the company to say, oh, all right, you bought this game, now you can download it for free. Well, not for free, but you just download it like that. So the game's not even on the card, which is really stupid, because the Sonic X Shadow Generations can fit perfectly fine on Nintendo Switch 1 card, and the Nintendo Switch 2 card, to my knowledge, has way more space and gigabytes on it. So that game should be able to fit perfectly fine on it. And stuff. So, it's a little annoying. It's actually very annoying. Because, me, I love physical media and analog stuff. I'm really into physical media, and I think physical media should always be an option. And the reason I've always loved Sega and Sonic is because they always give you that option for physical media, whether it's with their, soundtrack CDs or their comics or, all of that stuff, their games, even for consoles that, I don't know, they always give you a physical option or, all that stuff. And it's just annoying. I really hope they fix this. I'm sure there's time for them to turn this around. Because I know most people probably are not going to spend $50 again on the same game. It's pretty easy for them to just fix this. You just, start producing the game cards. You put the game in the game card. It's probably not that hard to do, so you just do that. Then, if you really want people to buy the same game again, you put the DLC in. Probably, maybe not the pre-order bonuses. Maybe still keep that as a purchasable thing. I don't know. But, the DLC, maybe for free, for people that already own the game. And then, do what Nintendo's doing. Instead of, because all their Nintendo Switch 2 ports, they are going to be 10 to 15, maybe $20 physically, if you already own the game on Nintendo Switch. If it's already a game on Nintendo Switch 1, it's going to be, cheap on Nintendo Switch 2. The problem is Sega, as I've already said, is charging you $50 for the same game that's just going to be slightly improved. No added content and stuff. So drop the price to $20 for Nintendo Switch 2. Put the game in the game card. And maybe add something for people to want to buy it again. That's my advice. But yeah, I've been seeing this circulate around the internet a lot recently. And I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I love Sega. I love supporting them. So it really is, annoying and saddening to see this. It was also pretty sad to see Sonic Superstars not get a soundtrack CD when the Sonic Rush games and Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2 got physical CDs. Which is like, honestly, I think Sonic Superstars has a really good soundtrack. Although it's not very consistent. I think it did deserve a soundtrack CD or a vinyl. But, they didn't do that. it's up to us now to make our own custom versions for us personally, which is a little annoying, but yeah, that happens. Anyways, what are your guys' opinions on this? Also, I'm not wearing the Captain Phasma Star Wars mask. I decided to phase that out. I want to be more unique, and using the Star Wars one, you know, I don't know, is definitely, might get myself in trouble with Disney. You know, they're very crazy. So I decided to wear my Sonic Top Golf hat, some sunglasses, and a bandana. Anyways, yeah. Sega, I hope you fix this, and you better not do this with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. You better have a Switch 1 version of Cross Worlds, and you better make the game actually on the discs and the game cards. Don't pull this crap again. We will give you our money, Sega, if, you know, you give us a reason to. Not putting the game on a physical card, charging $50 with no added stuff, is not a reason, in my opinion, and most people's opinion, especially with the way money and the economy is in every country right now. You know, the average Joe is not going to spend $50 on a game that they probably already bought on the previous console that you're only able to transfer your save data to. So, yeah. I love you, Sega. I hope you guys change this, learn from your mistakes. And honestly, I would love to see a Sonic Superstars soundtrack CD. And I hope you make a Sonic Cross Worlds soundtrack CD. Because you did that with Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. And Team Sonic Racing, so. Anyways, see you guys later. By the way, my big Sonic video, I will work on it again, start production on it again. I will release it soon. And I am working on a Sonic Colors comedy skit. I don't know when that's going to be released. I've been taking a break from content lately. I just haven't been feeling mentally well or physically well, but I'm getting better. I'm gonna, you know, continue working on it. I've been working on them slowly. They will release, and I hope you guys enjoy them. Now this is the end. See you guys later.